Hello UFC fans. Lots of news coming from Dana White. Mostly bad, but some positives. You know when you see this guy's bald head on your screen like this, it's bad news. And it's really bad news. In short, Mcgregor's pulled out. Khamzat's pulled out. We've got some new fights. Oh, and Jamal Hill's pulled out. Great. Don't really care about that one though. The big thing is Khamzat's pulled out, and so has Conor. You can see just how different the UFC events page looked. And we're going to have a look at the new 303 card because McGregor's out. And the saviour of the UFC himself, Alex Pereira versus Yuri Prochazka 2. Honestly, I'm not too mad about seeing that fight because I'm a big Alex Pereira fan. He has saved the UFC completely. They should give him a raise. They should pay him more. And we've got a new fight. Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez, number 3 versus number 14. This is a very bad matchup for Ortega, I think. I know Lopez's grappling is not as good, but I think he could dominate him. We'll do a full prediction close to the card, but that's a good scrap. I'm happy that's on the card as well. And as you can see, we've got Anthony Smith versus Carlos Ulberg. This fight was originally Jamal Hill versus Khalil Roundtree, and now it's Anthony Smith versus Ulberg. That is a fat downgrade, but I'm just glad it's not the co-main event and we have a decent card with the co-main event. Oh, and Ian Gary versus MVP is still there. I had to check. Glad that one's not fell through yet. But honestly, this card is downgraded a bit because we wanted to see McGregor back. But new fight, Ortega-Lopez, that will be a banger fight. I'm surprised Ortega's taken this because he could have taken a top 5 and maybe got a title shot after Volk and Max. But he's a gangster. He's taken the fight. And now we'll go look at what's happened with the UFC Fight Night Whittaker versus Chimaev, or now it's Aliskerov. So Aliskerov was supposed to fight next weekend, but he's the only one who'd take the fight against Whittaker, I assume. No one else wanted to take that early on. I said Brendan Allen, that would be a good scrap, but the rest of the card still stands. We've still got Johnny Walker, still got Shara Bullet, still got Gastelum. Robert Whittaker's just fighting an unranked fighter. Now, any talks of Robert Whittaker getting a title shot after this surely is dead. He was going to fight number 10, and now he's fighting an unranked fighter. I know it's not his fault, but this does not warrant a title shot. Sean Strickland should get the next one, and then maybe Robert Whittaker, you know? But honestly, this fight's not been affected. This card's not been affected crazy because Aliskerov and Khamzat are pretty similar fighters. I know Khamzat's the bigger name, and everyone wanted to see him fight Whittaker, but him and Aliskerov are still a good scrap, and I can still see Aliskerov winning this, honestly. But you guys can be the judge of that. Maybe I'm crazy. Still got Pavlovich, still got Volkov. That's still a good scrap. I mean, Volkov did say in an interview that he's never beat Pavlovich in sparring. So, make of that what you will. It looks like he's coming into a losing fight there, but maybe not. In regards to Khamzat Chimaev, he's pulled out of more fights in the last 3 years than he's fought. His career's taken a very heavy downturn. He's always ill. He's not been the same since COVID. I don't think we're going to see him fight too much more. But anyway, lastly, we've got Perez versus Tyra. This is a card, I don't really care that Aliskerov's off it. 2 unranked fighters was the co-main, and now 2 more unranked fighters are the co-main. Doesn't really matter. It's one less fight. But I don't really care. This fight is just to really promote Tatsuro Taira. Aliskerov has got a bigger fight. He's got a bigger opportunity. He's probably going to get paid a bit more. And he could probably get in title contention within one more fight after Whittaker if he wins. Crazy news. What do you all think? Listen here. The UFC in June was looking so good, and now it was too good to be true. The biggest fights are off. Whittaker versus Chimaev was a massive fight, and now it's Whittaker versus someone unranked, which is a big bummer. McGregor's big return versus Chandler is over. It's Pereira versus Prochazka, which is a good scrap. We've seen it before. Hopefully Pereira can get it done because I like Pereira more. I root for him. But anyway, tell me what you all think. Peace.